Hello everyone and welcome back for a new Strategus game video. Today I wanna talk with you about a game I had against Sekertzis, a very nice game. Um, just before starting the video I just wanted to share with you a few updates about the site. So we are organizing the International Championship 2022. There are still 5 days now to register. If you want to apply, we have some great players from the old site, which joined the competition, and also some players who do play in live. So there should be very nice matches to watch. Out of that, so I've been talking a bit with the developer, and I asked him a few features that could be nice and implemented, and he candidly accepted to add them. Not that they are the major features, but I think they are still nice and could attract some players still hesitating to join this site. So the first one is the board. As you can see, we can change the board. So the first one I had was this one. You can have just a regular square one, and now he added this one with marble. And this was done because now you have the option with the classic black and white pieces. That's a feature I've asked him because it's, if I recall correctly, the deluxe edition of the Stratego, and I found it quite interesting to be able to play with it. It looks in a sort of way more professional. Out of that, we have also the clock system, which changed. So it's pretty much similar to the live rules. We have 15 minutes clocks and 3 seconds per move, when in a live you have 16 minutes clocks and 4 seconds per move. But more or less it's the same, especially since it's online. You don't have to move the hand, so you don't spend the 1 second moving it. You can also see now on the podium all the results of the previous tournaments, and a general ranking based on tournaments only, with the number of events in which every player participated. And you can see here all the results with the flag, and I think it's pretty much nice. You can also rewatch all the replays of the game, and I think it can somehow be quite instructive. So in the future tournaments I think the replays won't be available. This is just the reason to avoid setup scouting. Personally, yeah, I can understand this feeling that the setups must be secret. On the other hand, I think that a player is stronger if he can adapt to every situation, but that's just my point of view. Yeah, I think that's it for the updates. Yes, you can also now add the sound. Well, I like to be quiet when I play, but it's still an option, which is nice. And you have also the possibility to put an X large board. So this was done, I think, by watching some videos where where the board looked quite small. So the developer added this feature. Now let's talk about the game. So we can now see the game statistic, and I think I've talked already about it. And you can see all the opponents you have played, the ratio you have against each opponent, which is an awesome feature, I think. And so we wanted to talk about Sekertzis, and you can see all the games we've played together, and the last one was this one. So yeah, I know that someone here asked for the results to be hidden. That's something I may ask to the developer to do sooner or later, that when you put a replay just for the suspense, the how you call it, the result is not shown. Still about the feature, so now if you click on the board, I've asked this feature, so we have the letters and the numbers appearing, and I think it's a nice feature. So just because it looks more professional to say, okay, my piece is moving from e5 to e6, instead of saying this piece is moving from here to here. And as you can see, yes, we have the black and white pieces, and I think they look really awesome. Let me know in the comments what you think about this new feature. So as you can see, against Sekertzis my ratio is pretty much bad, but this game I was really focused, and I really wanted to win it, because Sekertzis is, in my opinion, one of the best players in the world. And yeah, I wanted to do something special, so I used what I call a Greek style setup, with colonel, captain on the side, a major on the other one. So the strong piece is quite ready to attack. Bombed in flag, which is something I usually don't do. What else? Yes, that's more or less the important things. Yes, so let's start. So I started with the colonel, and I wanted to attack on this side. Actually, Sekertzis wanted to play on this side because he was not moving here. So I had to adapt and play on this side as well. At that point, I'm just testing this piece, so I see he's following. I don't want to be cornered, but it's a strategy. At this point, he will move this piece from from f6, sorry, to f5, and I won't move this scout, hoping him to believe it's a really good one and force him to retreat. That's just, yeah, a small buff as beginning. So as you can see here, I'm not moving, I'm not even covering it. So it forces him to move a lot of pieces. Okay, so captain trading, and here he scouts my colonel, not going really well, scouts the sergeant. So I'm thinking, okay, now one of these two might be Gen or Marshal. He scouted the sergeant, so he can move easily. Now let's see with my scout what I can do. So I moved this piece, I moved down, and I checked this one. Actually, it's a colonel, so I'm thinking, okay, he wouldn't have put Gen and call or Marshal and call like this, especially not letting me reveal his colonel so easily. So I'm thinking, okay, this one is not a good one, so we can easily afford going with the colonel. Worst case, I know one of the strongest pieces, and personally I don't think he has the general bet like that. On the other side, he attacks my major, so not really happy with this major being discovered just by a scout. I expect maybe a colonel on the attack, so I must be quite careful on this. So I attack with the sergeant. Actually, it's a major, so that's fine. I can just trade. I find the sergeant here, so this is how it goes. Now I want to trade colonel and major just to be sure that he doesn't has too much information about me. So we trade, and we will trade soon. Alright. So now I'm pushing with the major. Alright. Preparing the gen. I don't know what this one could be. So now this major is scouted, that's not really good. So Sekertzis is going really well with his scouts. I'm pushing with the gen, he goes on the lieutenant, that's fine. And here, mistake from my side. I thought, okay, by letting this piece being scouted, maybe he won't go on it, and actually he did. So now he even knows my general, and that's not really good when your opponent has too many information, because now he knows my major in the middle, he knows the general, one colonel and one major away. This major is already in an attacking position, so that's not really going well at all. And again, a captain scouted, so now basically I can't do much to defend. I just have this scout. I have this scout also, so here I'm trying something, which is to scout this piece with this scout and not with this one, so maybe he thinks that this one is a good piece and not a scout. And yeah, that's it. So, captain. And now I just want to trade this captain with the other, and I found a major, so that's fine. I have a major at f7, I have a captain at I8. So I'm thinking, okay, one of those pieces is the gen or the marshal. That's fine. Now we want to trade the captains. I have the lieutenant, then actually I can always have the 3 squares rules advantage on this captain with my lieutenant. I know this major, so I don't think there is another major around here. So these things are going well for me. Okay, and now I'm thinking, okay, this one is not a good one. I expect a scout, so I will just attack with my major on this one, and then trade the majors. That will be one less information to him. That will be helpful. So we are charging, F5, F6, and then trading. Alright, and here I noticed something. He moves this piece from F8 to G8, and I'm like, okay, it's like if he was fearing this one was a scout, and from that point on I'm thinking, okay, this one is a good piece. It's either the gen, either the marshal, and I will act like this with the whole game, like this one is a very important piece. Could be also the spy, by the way. Okay, so here I'm pushing with the major. Hopefully he jumps in with a captain because he doesn't expect my third major already. Actually, he won't do anything, so that will be a bit decisive. Alright. So here I force him to sacrifice a sergeant, so that's fine, we get a sergeant advantage. We like this position. Also note that he has only one scout left. So here I want to trade, as said, so that's good. My gen has the 3 squares rules on his side, and now there is this lieutenant, so I have the 3 squares. He is following, I go down and actually will attack, but I'm covered with the marshal if it is a strong one, so that's not a problem. Actually, it's a lieutenant trading, so that's awesome because he loses an information while I will get one, so that's fine. Now I'm thinking, okay, this one could be also a good one, and I have no idea what this one is. Could be the marshal, could be not. That strange is not going in the middle to attack. So we stay like this for a certain moment, and I'm thinking what to do on this side. In the meanwhile, I don't know if you saw. So here, he moves this piece, and I'm thinking, okay, this is a scout. That's a perfect position for scout because if he goes down, he can either attack this one behind the lake or this one behind the lake. And except if this one is a scout, I can do nothing about it, or I can actually cover this one, but this one can't be covered. So I'm thinking, okay, let's move this captain from D3 to E3. In order to let him believe that this one is a good one. Actually, it's a minor. I've put it there just to get a scout. It's his last scout, so that's awesome. Now he might not think this one is the marshal. So if I let it be somehow scouted, he won't go on it, and that's something I like. Because actually, yeah, if it is put in a scouting position, maybe he says it's a weak one, while this one being covered looks like a strong one. So we stay like this, and we went to cover, we let the marshal in a scouting position, and we go a bit forward. Meanwhile he is coming with this piece. I don't really know what it is, so I'm just moving here the gen behind the marshal. Maybe he will go with the marshal, thinking to take a piece as a cover, and then trading gens, and actually we'll find the marshal, so that's somehow risky because well, you have your two strongest pieces on the same spot, but sometimes it can work, so I'm thinking, why not trying this? And this piece is going down. I still don't know what to do about this, and now he's coming with a second piece. We still have no idea, so I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe this one could be a captain, while this one is most likely stronger because it wouldn't have gone close to the gen. So I'm expecting maybe the colonel to be here, or the last major. So he will put me in 50-50, let's say it like that, and I will just let my lieutenant be taken by this one, hoping to be a good piece. So 50-50, and here he is not taking something. Okay, maybe it's a good one, and he is moving this piece, which I think to be a scout. And actually it's a captain, so that's not going really well to me. Alright. So now I'm retreating the scout, pretending to be a decent piece, while my marshal is exposed, so he could easily scout it, but as it is exposed, maybe he doesn't think it's a good one. And remember, we think this one is a good one. So I'm moving the scout here, because now my objective is to check this one. And with the other scout, I want to check this one, which seems also to be covered. So I'm thinking, why not? It could be possible that he has Gen, Spy, Marshal. Why not? Now he is shuffling, so he wants me to forget his captain. Actually here he is covering. I don't know what this piece is, but I'm following with my scout. So I attack. Alright, and here you can see I'm with 3 pieces. I'm on the on his side, let's say this. So it's always a good sign when you have the advantage. And I'm down a lieutenant for sergeant, so that's perfectly fair. And I have 3 scouts advantage. That's fine. The only problem now is that my general is known. And here, as you can see, my miner I have protected, pretended to be a good one. And now I move it, and actually it wasn't this one the scout, but it was the other one. But still that's perfectly fine, because he did his job. Now Sekertzis has no more scouts, and my marshal is in a really good position. Especially he doesn't think this one is a good one, because I've let it in front. And my scout is quite well positioned to check one of these two, while I think this one is a medium one. Alright. Trying to make some pressure, and he doesn't seem afraid of this. So I'm thinking, okay, this one is definitely a good one. I'm not putting my scout down, because I'm thinking, okay, if this one is really a good one, this one must move, and he wouldn't let me attack this one. I'm moving the spy because well, there are no more scouts, so I can do a bit whatever I want. And actually I will try a bluff, because I think one of these two is the marshal, and try slowly to come. It would be quite unexpected for him to have a scout and a spy pressure on the right side. Alright, and here, covering the scout with the spy, which looks quite stupid at the moment, but why not? Alright. And actually it forces him to move a lot of pieces, so that's a good information that he is quite scared about what could be happening here. So I'm thinking, okay, that's fine. We have made him move a lot of pieces. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces moved. Here, that's never good when you have too many pieces moved. So at this point I'm thinking that's really good. But I wanna retreat now, because of course he's not letting me attack this piece. Alright. So at this point I have an idea. I'm thinking, okay, well, if I can put the scout here, and that he doesn't jump on the scout with this piece, I can go and check this one. Meanwhile, I have to retreat with the spy. So here I'm quite scared, because now he is pushing, and that's not going well. I have this colonel, but revealing the colonel is not a good idea. So I'm thinking, okay, now come back with the spy. He doesn't know it's the spy, act like if it was a good one. Try to go with the captain, and he doesn't take, so he really is afraid that this one is a scout. Maybe he really thinks that this one is a scout, and that's awesome. I'm also thinking, okay, maybe we have general, spy, and something like a major. Why not? But I'm still confident this one is a really good piece. So here, as I stated, I'm coming with the scout, attacking. At least I'm bluffing that I attack, and then I attack here on the F8 position. So here I find the captain and the general. So it's quite fair now. I have more information than him, and I still have 2 scouts. So the game is going pretty much well. I take the lieutenant because I don't think he had a double colonel, like colonel and colonel. And actually it works, so I get my lieutenant back. And I only have I have a sergeant advantage and 2 scouts advantage. I have more information, so now I'm in a really good position. I can try to come with this miner and see what happens here. Why not? So here I move the color, making some pressure on his captain and pretending this one to be an important piece. Alright, and I'm thinking that's not bad actually. Now that I know the general, I can just leave my colonel as he is now, put the spy behind, and that's it. So I'm quite happy about that. And now I'm thinking, okay, this one is could be the spy. So now, okay, I'm thinking, let's try. Actually, I get a bomb, so that's awesome. Usually when I do this, I always get a sergeant. In this case, it works. So whatever, this miner is dead. That's a certitude. But we take a bomb, and we will have 1 more information and 1 less possibility of flag bombed in. So that's perfect. And we actually trade miners, which is awesome. So I'm quite happy. So now I'm coming back with the major. I don't really know. Yeah, because it's known. So I'm thinking if we trade colonels, it would be nice to have the major ready to go. And I'm putting a lieutenant. So here I'm retreating a bit because he is reorganizing his defense. So I have to organize my attack. Still thinking this one is a good piece. And I'm slowly thinking, okay, maybe this is the spy, this is the marshal, or this is the marshal, I don't remember now. But I had a good thought about who was the marshal. I think it was this one. And I'm attacking. No, it's not now. It's later on. Then, yeah, I had a feeling about the marshal. I don't remember what piece it was now. So maybe it was this one actually, and I'm confident that this one is the spy. And here I attack and I find the marshal. Yeah, okay. So actually now in the video it doesn't look nice, but yeah, I had at a certain point, I don't remember why, I had this feeling this one is the marshal and this one is the spy. And actually the information was pretty much good. So now I have all the informations I need. My colonel is fine. Then I can go with the major, and he loses one of his last information he has. I can even go with the general, but I don't want to trade the generals actually, because it's really annoying for him. So now I just want to force his gen to move and take the spy. So at this point, he is forced to cover. We are making a lot of pressure. We have now 4 pieces in his side. Okay, so again some pressure. and this captain looks like a marshal potentially. So now I'm thinking, okay, let's go, and he trades. That's quite a risk for him, but actually it works. So now we want to come with the major. And let's see what happens with the gen. If we can take one piece, it's still fine. Alright, and that's something I like. So he is forced to move. Alright. So at this point I think my attention is really focused on gen, spy, marshal, and I forgot a bit about the captains. But anyway. I'm also quite confident this one to be a bomb. But the flag most likely to be around here. So now I'm in a perfect position, you can see. My major is attacking, so it will be annoying for him to move around here. And if I go down with the gen, if he takes and trades the gen, I can go with my scout on his pretended spy. So all is going well on this side. Right, trading, we attack, and we get the spy. Perfect. So perfect feeling with an information about a minor. So now there is only his major who is still unknown. But out of that, I'm quite happy. So now my marshal basically is undefeatable and is still unknown. So why not taking his major with my marshal? So now I want him to believe that one of these two is the marshal, so I'm pushing. Alright, making a lot of pressure. So I take, and actually it's a lieutenant. So that's fine, we get a lieutenant advantage. And here he attacks my spy, so he doesn't believe this one to be the marshal, that's not going well. I'm trying to bluff with the 3 squares rules. But of course he's not going with his captain on my marshal, so that's pretty much logic. I'm thinking, okay, maybe this one is the marshal then. This one is the major then. Nothing happens. He moves like see if he was willing to attack this sergeant. I'm not moving it. I'm thinking, okay, well, the captains are known. So either it's the lieutenant, either it's the major. So let it be, and we will see what happens. Actually, I think I forgot this captain. So I'm attacking now, and actually he is retreating. Alright. Not sure here if attacking a captain with a lieutenant is a good idea, so I don't feel confident with it. So I pet my spy, just to pretend to be a good one, who knows. Now he attacks my captain with his minor. I retreat because I don't want it to be revealed. And I pretend my marshal to be okay to get the minor. So he really believes this one is a weak one. That's the idea. So now he attacks my lieutenant, so that's not something I like. So I'm coming back with the captain, and actually he's not scared of the spy, so I have to retreat. And now he goes down, and I'm thinking, okay, it's a minor. So he will attack sergeant, and actually my captain is okay to cover, so that's good. I'm not losing the sergeant for nothing. I just get a minor, that's perfectly fine. What I don't like is that he is attacking on this side when all my pieces are moving around here, so I was thinking maybe he thinks that this is the flag or this is the flag, and actually no, he wants to attack here, so that's worrying me a bit. So I decided to move the sergeant away. I'm thinking, okay, let's block here, and now we can go and move spy and marshal around here. So here I hope to get to the miner with my lieutenant. And that's quite interesting to note that Sekertzis had forgotten that he knew this sergeant. So now the advantage is that he doesn't know who is the marshal, who is the spy. So here I don't really know what to do. There is still one unknown major. And this piece moves. Again. I'm thinking it's not impossible that there is a major in the last row. I have no idea what this could be, but the options are quite less. And yes, I definitely forgot this captain. So maybe it's a major, maybe it's a minor. I have no really ideas. So now I'm bringing this lieutenant and thinking, okay, let's attack. I had a lieutenant at first around here, so he didn't take. Maybe this one is a bomb. Could be. Here I'm bluffing the spy to be the marshal. And here I'm thinking, shall I really risk? And actually I do. And it works, so that's fine. So let's attack the miner. Alright, the spy attack. That's funny because he was not scared of the spy with the other captain, but he is with this captain. So here I want to take. He is retreating, so I'm just thinking, no, take with the sergeant. So we take. Actually, not immediately. Okay, we take now. So that's good. Now he's attacking, so maybe this one is the major. But still, 3 miners left, and now I'm liking my position of having a bombed-in flag. And I understand why so many players put a flag between the bombs, actually. So my spy is still there. And now he is not scared of it, so I have to retreat, and he wants to attack my sergeant. And I don't know what this one is, and I forgot the captain, so I think I will be captured by the captain, which is not a good thing. Yeah. So I take, and actually it's the captain, so well, that's sad, because actually I could have got one information here. So here is attacking, I don't know what it is, but whatever, I want to take it. So let's just see. And I'm thinking, oh wow, and if it was a miner, and actually it is a miner, so trading, and that's very bad. So okay, now we are pretty much sure that he thinks the flag is here, and that's gonna be quite hard to defend without knowing the major. So I know there is a captain, I know there is a marshal, and that's it. So I'm putting the lieutenant here, the sergeant to block on this side. And I'm thinking, okay, now we have to trade the captains, actually. Actually, he doesn't seem to be willing to trade. And the option for the flag are limited to 2 now, if he has a bombed in, or actually 3, but it would be really strange that he was defending all this side and not here. I have 1 lieutenant advantage, but and 2 miners, but and the spy, but I don't know the major. So that's a problem. I don't want to take any risk now, so I'm leaving my marshal here. I'm thinking it's still Sekertzis, so bluffing too much is never a good idea. So I'm thinking, okay, let's go with a miner and try. We will see what happens. So he has no choice, but yeah, he can't do much. I have a captain here. I have a marshal. So my defense is quite good. I'm just quite sad that my flag is open. Okay, so he's letting me go. So I'm thinking this one moves. Okay, and this one moves. That's good. So it leaves one idea of flag here. So that will be my target. So I want to trade the captains, and now he's going away. Okay, so I do want to trade captains, so I go up. Oh, actually, yeah, left. Yeah, don't understand why I'm not going up, but anyway. So, and he trades. Quite a risk for him, but it works. So captains are off. This piece moves, so it becomes my suspicion of major number 1. So here I don't want to risk. So let's try, and then hoping this one will move. And actually nothing happens. So, okay, well, let's go for it. It's a bomb. Oh, wow, maybe I'm winning. And no, it's a sergeant. Okay, but anyway, we got 2 bombs. I'm still up a miner and up a lieutenant. I know he's sergeant. And this one looks like the major. It would be a good spot for a major here. So now he comes, and most likely he seems to be willing to trade, which is okay for me. And now I'm thinking, okay, let's go with our miner, and we want to go on this one, which is the last option for an open flag. So trades to me the sergeants, and now there is this piece moving. And now he comes with the marshal, like, okay, I'm scared. So now I'm thinking, okay, I have to organize the defense, because if he trades the marshals and he has a major like here, he can get the flag easily. So I have to come with the spy. I've actually following with the major is a secondary necessity. So now what is important is to have the spy with the marshal behind, and he can't do anything against it with lieutenant back. So we move the spy. And actually, okay, well, first let's attack. He doesn't know if this one could be the spy, so he doesn't want to risk, so that's good. So we organize the defense with the spy. Alright, and now I can come back with the major, and we are making some pressure on this side. I attack, and we find the major. So I don't have anymore any advantage with my with the miners, but okay, I know the major now, so things will, should be easier. Alright, so that's good. Now there is only a lieutenant left, and I have 2, so that's good. I know the marshal, he doesn't know mine. I still have the spy, I can defend from 2 sides, so that's good. So now there will be a time a bit annoying, but actually not that much. Alright, so we want to bring the miner. Alright. I don't want to risk. Maybe this one is the lieutenant then. So yeah, I don't really know what to do actually. So I'm making some yeah, I'm trying to come with the minor slowly here and let him believe this one could be the spy. And actually when he comes, yeah, I'm just thinking, okay, well, I have the lieutenant, so that's fine, and maybe he won't risk the marshal. So we are here, he doesn't attack, so we want to go. And here I'm pretending this one to be the marshal that I cover the spy with. And it's really interesting because I've never played a game with so few pieces actually. So we attack, let's take, bomb, awesome, and lieutenant. Okay, well, we know the lieutenant, so that's good, our sergeant can go. But there are still 3 bombs. And I have no more miners, so that's the negative point. So I attack with the sergeant because he must expect that I attack with the lieutenant. And here I block, so he can't come on this side. His lieutenant is blocked. That's pretty much fine. So now it's all about bluff. Lieutenant trading, so now I have to have a defense here because imagine this piece moves. So I decide to put the sergeant on this side and the lieutenant on this one because most likely everyone would expect I cover with the lieutenant on the flag side. So here is coming. Alright. And we have the sergeant on his side. That's good. But now there is this piece which is annoying. And I'm thinking, okay, I must take this piece because I can't risk. I have 4 pieces and there are 3 bombs left and the marshal. So I can't do much. And actually here it becomes wired because he has the 3 square swords, he's blocking my lieutenant, he can go with the minor, and that's not what I want. And I hope that he really believes this one to be the spy. So I'm blocking, and I'm thinking, okay, let's see. I'm not in a good position actually. So let's see. And he doesn't want to risk, so he's forced to retreat. That's okay. So we come back with the marshal. But again, I can't come with the marshal on this side because he can pass his minor. So that's not going good. So again, same move as before. So now I'm trying just to make the same but opposite, so block with the marshal. Maybe he won't think that I go with the spy and go around the lake. So at least I hope that, and I go with the marshal here, so he is blocked. That's good. And now we can come back with the lieutenant and go from the center. And that's pretty much good. I don't want to trade the marshals here. I try to go. Of course, he doesn't risk. But now he must expect this one to be the marshal. But actually, this one acts like a marshal, and in the end, okay, I understand. He understood. I can't trade, but I can come with my spy here. That's fine. Alright, all my pieces are in attack. Alright, so pressure. We don't want him to pass the miner here. spy, and we come with the sergeant now, because the lieutenant can defend. Okay, that's good. Spy is blocking. Alright. And now that's annoying for him. But actually I'm thinking, oh well, he can just move around these 6 squares and that works. And here he makes the mistake, I think. Because now I can go. And I'm blocking him. Alright. He trades. I take and he's down. And that's the end. So yeah, it was a really nice game. I don't think Sekertzis made any major mistake. Maybe trading the major or not attacking with the major at first. He could have got a lieutenant at a certain point. Maybe it would have been helpful to him. But anyway, I'm really happy of this game. It was really intense. I think it lasted at least 1 hour. And we have 1179 moves, which is quite long. And that's it, my first game with black and white pieces, my first victory. I hope you guys enjoyed it, you enjoyed the new features and the match. And let me know in the comments if you have any suggestion. Thank you very much and see you soon for the next video.